A beautiful Monday evening sunset is the backdrop for a pivotal WPIAL 3A section matchup in boys soccer. We welcome you to Auntie Marino Stadium on the campus of Gateway High School as the Gateway Gators take on the West Mifflin Titans here on the NFHS Network. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. It's a pivotal matchup for both of these teams who have met earlier on this season. West Mifflin has dropped their last 3 matches in section play after a great start to the year. On the other side for Gateway, they have had a good start in section play as well, but a loss to Plum in their most recent match has been the difference so far as they drop back down to 3rd in the standings. West Mifflin, after that good start, has fallen all the way to 4th, but a victory here could help the Titans move forward in the section play. So West Mifflin in the white jerseys on the right side of your screen. Gateway in the black jerseys on the left side. They'll go from left to right and right to left, respectively. A big shout out to the JV team who defeated West Mifflin 5-0 earlier on this afternoon. The varsity team is looking to do the same. West Mifflin looking to change that. We're underway after the opening kickoff from the Titans, taken by West Mifflin. And the Titans with possession is dropping back about midfield, and they'll swing it to the near side. Still right around that Gateway G, though, for number 19, Nick Kasuda. Titans still with it. They move slowly down the pitch. Nick Miller looking for some help down the field, but Gateway, first touches of the evening for them. Gateway defeating West Mifflin 2-0 earlier on this season. That was in West Mifflin. A home match for the Gators as we approached about halfway through section play, a little bit over section play, a little over half, I should say. A throw in for Mike Leiden, one of the seniors for the Titans. It was taken away by Gateway. Brandon Strasser stopped, I should say, momentarily, but the Gators with it again. Nice move to get around one defender, and they move forward. This is Dietrich Zeisloff, excuse me. A shot taken, but going wide from the Titans. It was Strasser who took the shot for Gateway. It'll be a goal kick as you see the keeper for West Mifflin, Flynn McCracken, getting the start as the keeper. West Mifflin has a handful of listed keepers. Both the Leiden brothers are listed as goalkeepers for West Mifflin as well, and McCracken getting the start this evening as both Leiden brothers are on the back line for West Mifflin as they were passing it around a little bit, and a handball is going to be called on West Mifflin. Quick free kick taken for Gateway. Shot taken as well, and it goes high for the Gators. Zeisloff was the one who took the shot for Gateway. Senior midfielder, unsuccessful on that attempt. First 2 shot attempts of the evening have come for the Gators, but nothing that McCracken really had to worry about. It'll be a goal kick from him. Pushed forward, but only momentarily for West Mifflin. And all the way back down the pitch. And the back line for Gateway will have it. Sent forward by number 30, James Lowe Coco. Lococo, a freshman, getting the start for the Gators, along with his brother, Nick Lococo. Both of them freshmen for Gateway. Be a throw-in for the Titans on the near side. And all the way back down, well, it's about the 40-yard line, but it's dropping back at midfield. Turning is Zeisloff. It's Dietrich Zeisloff, but it's sent over to the far side. Right out of the reach of Zeisloff and sent right back down by West Mifflin. Mentioned it earlier, Gateway a 5-1 start, I should say, in conference play and section play to start the year for them. They then dropped their match against Plum earlier on for the Gators. As a goal kick for McCracken. Lost that one last weekend, or last week I should say, on the 23rd, 6-0 to Plum. Before that, they defeated Greensburg-Salem 10-0. McKeesport 6-1. They lost to Franklin Regional 5-0. That was their first loss in section play. Defeated Penn Hills 5-1. And then again, like I mentioned, defeating West Mifflin 2-0 for the first match of section play. Trying to get to that one and just out of the reach for Gateway, but they're able to maintain possession, turning and dropping it back. Are the Gators. Sent away back down the pitch with Daniel Garner, who dropped that one back for Gateway. Zeislov into the box. McCracken one bounce, and he'll collect it. McCracken makes the stop. And a foul called on West Mifflin. Bit of a breezy one here in Monroeville, PA. The wind going towards the right side of our screen, so in favor of the Gators against the back of the Gateway players, as a free kick taken right at the 20-yard line. Big strike sent in, but collected by McCracken, who read that one well. No rebound for the Gators. And it's sent all the way down the pitch on a punt. Bounces right around the 50. By number 9, Santiago Martinez Lopes. But out of play, another throw in for West Mifflin. Mentioned West Mifflin 2 and 3 in section play, as they will throw it in for the Titans. Their last match, they lost to Plum 4-1. They lost to Franklin Regional 4-0. Top two teams in section play, Franklin Regional and Plum. Earlier on, though, they defeated Penn Hills and Greensburg-Salem 2-0 and 3-0. And fell to Gateway in their first section match of the year. Good ball for the Gators, but sent over to the side of the net. It'll be another goal kick.
Jacob Davey on that shot. Wide right. Goal kick.
Jacob Davey, senior, taking the shot for Gateway, but was not able to get anything on it towards McCracken. Garner will drop it back off to the back line, one of the captains for the Gators. And stopping and turning, though, is James Lococo first, and it'll be back towards Garner. Garner will send it down to the far side of the pitch, bouncing over the back line. One of the players for West Mifflin, that's 27, Jesus Lopez. Lopez will fight for it with number 4, Aiden Kohlberg. It goes out of play. Kohlberg will throw it in quickly. Inside to the edge of the box. Shot taken and right towards McCracken. Good strike, though, from the Gators, who have had the offense so far in this match. McCracken will punt it down the field. West Mifflin really hasn't had much, like I just mentioned, past the 50-yard line, and the Gators with it again. Sent forward on a through ball. Beautiful ball for the Gators. Edge of the box at the end line and cleared out. Smart play from 17, Jason Martin, who clears that out for the Titans, but good run from Gateway and a beautiful through ball from the Gators. It'll be a corner kick. Everybody right around the 5-yard line for Gateway. They will rush in high into the air on the corner, headed once by West Mifflin, still in the box. Another shot by Zeislov. Stopping and turning, taking the shot, and a save made by McCracken.
Shot. Wide right.
Good effort. Good effort from Strasser, who took the drive for the Gators. McCracken dove to his left and made the stop. It'll be another corner kick. Sent into the box. Headed once and into the back of the net.
There's the goal for the Gators.
It's the Gators who score. Cooper Hayes scoring for Gateway. First goal tonight goes to the senior off the corner kick. Hayes got a head on it. And Gateway striking first. (1-0) Gateway. Cooper Hayes, one of the captains, co-captain for the Gators. One of the tallest players on the pitch as well. And it works in his favor in this case. Got his head on it.
Gateway goal scored by number 8, Dietrich Zeislaw. Assisted. Make that. The goal was scored by Cooper Hayes. Number
PA announcer
assisted by Zeislaw.
saying that it was Hayes who scored.
At 31 minutes.
Zeislaw was the one who gets the assist on the corner kick. Headed by Hayes. And with it at his feet, sends that down the pitch. Unable to get there though. Were the Gators, and it'll be a goal kick for McCracken. Dropped off for Gateway off the goal kick. West Mifflin struggling to get the ball out of their own side of the field, especially after these free kicks and goal kicks, but a nice move from the Titans, number 9. That was Santiago Martinez-Lopes, who little back heel as a bat is currently flying around. It'll be Garner with it for the Gators. Just saw out of the corner of my eye, below me actually, a bat flying around. Not something you see too often at a soccer match. Gateway at the 50-yard line. They're looking for number 8, Zeislaw, but couldn't get it to him. West Mifflin with it momentarily. 25, Ethan Bookleitner. Back over for the Titans. On the offensive side now for West Mifflin, Bookleitner. Drops it over, and then it's on the far side for 13. It's Aiden Marks. Drop back off to number 8, Nick Miller. Forward for West Mifflin, but they're offsides. It'll be a free kick for Gateway. Right idea, but unfortunately for West Mifflin, offsides is the call on number 25, Ethan Bookleitner. Deflected off a Gateway player. McCracken will collect it. Sent forward by McCracken. Over the head of Garner. Stopped though by Gateway. Turning and going is number 11. That's Strasser. Looking for the through ball for his teammate. Couldn't get it to him though. West Mifflin, good give and go on the counter. A turn, look to their right. They got a player. Oh, just couldn't get it over there though. Player streaking down the pitch on the far side as it's going to go out of play and it'll be a throw in. For Gateway, we would have a couple substitutes. For the Gators. See on the near side here, Keegan Kuiper will check in for Gateway. Another player also checking in, couldn't see exactly what number that was. Gators will have it though, back on their own side of the pitch. Lococo, Garner, to the far side now. Dropped off, Gateway forward. Off the feet of a Gator. West Mifflin just kind of has to defensively run back and then sent out of play by number 12, Brady Maxwell. Dropped off for the Gators into the box. Bounces once, but McCracken got a piece of it. They were looking for a Gator but could not get much on it. McCracken collects it, and he'll send it forward. 26.5 minutes here in the first half remaining. Garner will drop it back over to Lococo, and then they have to send it forward. Down the pitch, good ball to number 22, that's Kuiper. Kuiper trying to get to it, but just could not. It's gonna be a goal kick for West Mifflin. And McCracken will send it forward on the goal kick. First ball off Lococo. Taken though by West Mifflin. Forward off of Garner. Back to number 30, James Lococo. Garner turns. That's Zeislov. Far side. Over one player for West Mifflin, still bouncing around now. Gateway with it. Good ball over to Gateway, shot taken, but it goes wide. Right idea, Colton Corey.
Colton Corey on that shot, wide left.
Had the ball at his feet, just couldn't get enough on it. Also went a bit wide, but that's because it was deflected. So it'll be a corner kick for Gateway. Scored in the last corner kick. We'll see what they can do here. Into the box, headed again, and this one is into the back of the net. It's the same player, Cooper Hayes, who scores again for Gateway. That one took forever to come down after the header from Hayes. And Cooper Hayes has scored twice early for the Gators. 2-0 Gateway. Tough break for West Mifflin, but exactly what Gateway wants, especially on their corner kicks. You have to assume that they're going towards Hayes pretty much every single time, because it's been successful so far in this match. Gateway stopping and turning, Lococo. Nice passing from the Gators. It was Zeislov. Far side. Hayes, and a collision
His second of the game.
From
Scored by number 13.
Number 11,
Cooper Hayes.
who is down for West Mifflin.
Time of the goal.
That's Tyler Erickson.
24-42. Cooper Hayes. Off the corner kick.
Erickson, one of the seniors for West Mifflin. 9 seniors on the team for the Titans. Gateway on the other side, a little less when it comes to seniors. Only 5 for Gateway. Getting a lot of minutes for underclassmen as well. Players like Quieter, who is in goal for Gateway. Both Lococos playing as well. Underclassmen, said Keegan Kuiper, underclassmen as well, getting some playing time for Gateway. So the youth on our team and head coach for Gateway, it's nice to see player getting up, and Hayes also making sure he's all right. Tyler Erickson will be helped off the pitch, is walking on his own power, which is good to see. Substitute will come in for West Mifflin. But it will be a free kick for Aiden Marks. Right at the 30-yard line, Marks into the box, looking for help this time. It's headed once, I believe that was Hayes who got the first touch, and over to Gateway. Good ball. Crossing midfield, stopping. And reaching the Gators, far side for Garner. Garner crosses it in, looking for some help, has a head on it, or has a foot on it, but could not get anything on it. Was player for Gateway. Edge of the box, Strasser. Back in towards Strasser. Strasser still with it, right at the end line. 3 Titans on him, and it's sent right back out, and it'll be a corner kick, and here comes Hayes rushing forward for Gateway. Into the box, looking for Hayes. There were 3 West Mifflin players on top of Hayes. The Titans are able to clear it this time. And it's sent back for West Mifflin. Lococo shielding the player for West Mifflin, number 1, Dylan Coons. Coons gonna try and race over as well. And they'll drop it off to the goalkeeper, Quieter. Oh, bad pass from West Mifflin, or for Gateway, excuse me. West Mifflin with it, edge of the box, turning, taking the shot. It's deflected away, though, from Gateway.
Nice defensive play.
Good defense from Gateway. That was Lococo. Actually, correction, that was Buckleitner on defense for Gateway, who stepped in front of the West Mifflin player to not allow him to get the shot to the goal. Forward and big jump and a collision from a West Mifflin player. There'll be a white ball as West Mifflin will throw it in. High into the air was Mike Leiden, but was a dangerous play. He was jumping up for it. Out of play. Throw in for Gateway. Thrown into Kuiper. Stopping and turning is Strasser, but it goes away from him. Zeislov will move forward with it, crossing midfield. Over to the far side. Out of the reach, though, of a player for Gateway. West Mifflin with it. Back for West Mifflin. Forward for Gateway, crossing midfield. Strasser. Strasser has some room to work with. Good moves as well, and he drops it off to his teammate. Far side. That was Zeislov, but could not get anything doing as the Titans took over. Coons. Right idea over to number 9, Martinez Lopes. Martinez Lopes, one of the freshmen for West Mifflin. Him and Jason Martin both getting the starts for the Titans. As Martin, you see him rushing over. McCracken will collect that one for West Mifflin. McCracken sends it forward. Off the chest. Over towards Coons. But stopping is Hayes, and Gateway with it. Midfield. Mentioning before, though, the underclassmen for Gateway. The foul called on West Mifflin. Head coach Bernie Stiles was quoted by saying earlier in the season they struggled against teams like Taylor Alderdice. That was their first loss of the year. It was a 5-1 loss to Taylor Alderdice. He said that it was the youth of this team. I think the mistakes that they made were just the issues from guys getting play for the first time, guys getting to play and haven't seen much in high school soccer. We have a stoppage of play and a couple of substitutions. Player for Gateway has not gotten off the field and play has resumed as this one sent towards Quieter. It was collected easily.
For the Gators.
So Quieter with the save. Sent over to the far side for Gateway. Into the box. Looking for some help. Defense is there. Headed by a player for Gateway. Edge of the box. Over number 11. That's Strasser. McCracken will collect it as not much on it from the Gators.
Okay.
It was Zeislov who could not get anything on it. Turning his Gateway back for Lococo. Far side of the pitch, 25, Nick Lococo. Player going down for Gateway, good tackle. Or player going down for West Mifflin, excuse me, good tackle for Gateway. Forward. Too strong though, as McCracken will be there easily. For West Mifflin. I was mentioning that a couple losses early on in the season for Gateway, and then once section play started, they really started to collect themselves and fix their mistakes. Our only losses coming to the top two teams in play, which is Plum and Franklin Regional. Far side for the Gators, inside the box, sending it over, but no dice.
Marsh on that shot. Wide right. Goal kick.
For Gateway was Blake Marsh who took the shot. For the Gators, goal kick from McCracken. McCracken will send it down off the feet. Martinez Lopes. Flicked forward. Out of the reach though, player for West Mifflin. Down the pitch, but out of play. West Mifflin gets to that one first. Thrown in for Gateway. Over to 14 for the Gators. That's Jacob Wood. Checking in the match as a substitute, but losing possession, but they get it back for Gateway. Forward, good ball, but West Mifflin gets there first. They clear it right back out. Over to Wood, 40-yard line. Brand new turf this year here at Ante Marino Stadium. Actually occurred during the late August, early September is when they got this pitch renovated, so brand new turf. First couple of matches here in Ante Marino Stadium for boys soccer team. Be a throw in for Gateway. Throwing it in a collision, big collision. Two players just running right into each other. Aiden Kohlberg was one of them for Gateway, and it's a foul on Kohlberg. As first player to get to that one was West Mifflin, so Kohlberg's called for the foul. Gateway right back with it. Hayes back to Garner. Garner looking for his options down the pitch. McCracken gets there first, though.
McCracken has that for the Titans.
Zeislov was not able to get to it. Back for Hayes. Lococo. Hayes Sweeper for Gateway, looking for Wood, but it's out of his reach behind him, and a throw in for Martinez Lopes, who throws it in quickly for West Mifflin. Good move. Has too many defenders, but he stays with it, still with it. Edge of the box for Martinez Lopes. Lococo has to fight for it, turns. Nice play from him to get it back down the pitch. Back to 14. That's Mike Lyden. Edge of the box, trying to get there, sliding in. It goes off of Hayes, and that will be a corner. Nice play from number 19, Nick Kasuda. Kasuda, the junior, second effort, gets West Mifflin their first corner of the evening. Aiden Marks will take the corner kick into the box, headed once, but collected by Queter. First shot opportunity for West Mifflin. First stop for Queter on the evening. First shot on goal, I should say. I believe West Mifflin had a shot earlier, but was nowhere near Queter. Stopping and turning and sending it out of play. Just out of play, I should say, as they were trying to get there, but Brady Maxwell sending it out. Throw in for Gateway. Couple nice moves in forward, but off of the feet of Nick Miller, and it'll be a throw in for Gateway. Hayes will throw it in. It's right down the pitch, though, right down the sideline. It'll be a throw in for West Mifflin. West Mifflin throws it in. Taken away, though, by Gateway. 3-on-2. Gateway with it. Now they have numbers. Good give and go for the Gators. Edge of the box, into the box. Zeislov was trying to get there, and too much pushing from him is the call. So foul called on Gateway, and it will be free kick for West Mifflin. A low free kick from McCracken. It's back for Gateway now. Far side for Gateway, Aiden Kohlberg. Kohlberg stops, turns, right off of number 25, Bookleitner. Throw in for Gateway, far side, looking for Garner. First player to get there, though, was a Titan. Nick Miller turning back for West Mifflin. Pressure from behind. Kohlberg gets it, though, for the Gators. Trying to get around the edge, was not able to. Jesus Lopez, too much pushing and a foul called on Lopez. Be a free kick right at the 38-yard line, right on the hash, on the far side. Into the box for Gateway, headed once, back over off the bar. Actually, that was off the goalpost for the football goalposts. Hit the crossbar, and it's a goal kick for West Mifflin. Good opportunity, though, for Gateway to extend their lead. Up 2-0. Off the goal kick. Gateway back with it. Good move. Stopping, turning towards McCracken, though, and collected. Lococo. With the shot for Gateway, but McCracken was right there for it. Goal kick and taken by Gateway at midfield. Gators have done a great job establishing the ball right around midfield and not letting West Mifflin get too far in. Sliding in were two Titans. So ball still on the edge of the box for Gateway. They'll have to retreat, though. It is taken by West Mifflin. Trying to keep it in, not able to, unfortunately. Was Lopez. Correction, that was Miller who could not keep it in. So a throw in for Gateway. Garner. Zaislav. Wood. Lococo. Lococo as well. Back for number 11, that's Strasser. Player going down, nothing called. And he's trying to stop himself in turn, but was not able to do that. To the far side, back into the box. Still with it for Gateway. Too much contact from West Mifflin. Or excuse me, from Gateway. Is it a PK? It is. Gonna be a PK. It was, I think both sides were confused as to who that call was on.
Penalty shot. Penalty kick for the Gators for Brendan Strasser.
So it'll be a penalty kick for Gateway, up 2-0. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Kick taken, stop made by McCracken. Another shot, and it goes to the side of the net. So McCracken, beautiful save.
Lynn McCracken stops the penalty shot.
So McCracken stopping the penalty shot, keeping this match at 2-0. Thrown in for West Mifflin, but back for Gateway. Lococo, Nick Lococo. Back to James Lococo. Off a player. Back for Gateway, and they'll turn. Miller will turn with it. Crossing midfield. Big touch from him. He tried to get it to his teammate, but Hayes was there for it. Hayes steps up. Right back for Lococo. Garner. Daniel Garner. Right back over out of play. Off 25. Buckleitner, and it will be a throw-in for Gateway. Garner, edge of the box. Stepping, turning, taking the shot. I was actually looking for a cross. Looking for a teammate.
Was participating in our halftime festivities.
I believe that was for Jacob Davey. I want to say this, 8 and 9, Dietrich Zaislav and Jacob Davey. Their numbers are pretty similar. And I can't even, it's so hard to tell from up here. I believe that is Dave, or I believe that was number 9, Jacob Davey. If not, I do apologize. A shot taken but collected by McCracken. So Zaislav took the shot, so that is Davey on the far side here. Headed once by West Mifflin. Garner gets to it though, and back to Hayes. Down the pitch for Davey, over his head though. It'll be a throw in for West Mifflin. Play stops as we'll have a substitute come into the match. That is number 20, Sean Lyden, who checks back in for West Mifflin. He has it right out of play, though, unfortunately. Throw in for Gateway. Two brothers on the team for Gateway, and two brothers on the team for West Mifflin, both of them getting the starts. The Lydens and Lococo's. Collision from Lococo, and it'll be a foul called. Pretty obvious from James Lococo as it is number 19 who goes down, Nick Kasuda. It'll be a free kick for West Mifflin. Good opportunity for the Titans as they do have to back up a little bit. Aiden Marks, junior for West Mifflin, will take the free kick. Marks sends it in over towards Queter, and Queter makes the collection.
Jack Queter for the Gators.
Queter rolls it in. Over to Daniel Garner, back to him. Hayes, who's playing forward for Gateway. Back for Gateway, stopping and turning, and back to Queter. Over to the Titans, who are onside. Deflects off of Zaislav. Big swing from Queter. It's out of play. A throw in for West Mifflin. Forward for Gateway. First player to get there, though, number 12, Maxwell. Brady Maxwell trying to shield Gateway player who does get to it. Sliding in, still with it for Gateway. Shot taken, and it goes wide.
Good shot there
From the Gators.
by the Gators.
Aiden Kohlberg, the big blast
Wide right.
that went wide right. Maxwell's trying to shield the defender for far too long as that ball was just slowly rolling to the end line. Right idea, but on a ball like that where it's going to take forever, you can't keep him back behind you forever as well. So that's exactly what happened for Gateway as they were able to get to it. Too much pushing and too much contact as West Mifflin just trying to get to that ball in time and was too late. And the free kick will be at the 35-yard line. Final 90 seconds here in the first half. Lococo sliding in, though. Sending it back was number 14, Mike Lyden. Zaislav. 25, that's Nick Lococo. That's going to be out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Gateway. So Gateway will push players forward as the clock counts down. Last minute of play here in the first half. On the NFHS network, into the box for the Gators. Headed, though, by West Mifflin. They were the first to get to that one. It was a low cross in. Good defense from West Mifflin, stepping right into it and being the first ones to get to it. Thrown in over to Nick Lococo. Deflects off a player is 13. Aiden Marks was trying to get to it. It went off of him and out of play, so throw in for Gateway. Good give and go and sliding in. Foul called on Garner. They're trying to move forward. West Mifflin is, and Gateway not touching that ball. And that will do it. So smart play by Gateway, not letting West Mifflin get that free kickoff. The referee's talking things over with number 14 for West Mifflin, Mike Lyden, who's not happy about that. And can't blame West Mifflin in a frustrating first half for the Titans, but a good first half for the Gators. Cooper Hayes scoring both goals for Gateway. They were both off of free kicks, pretty much identical placement, identical shots, and identical goals. And that's the difference so far 2-0 is the score. It's halftime. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half between Gateway and West Mifflin here on the NFHS Network. Welcome back here on the NFHS Network. If you're just tuning in, Gateway up 2-0 on West Mifflin. A home match for the Gators. Second half underway. Both teams switching sides. West Mifflin will be going from left to right in the white jerseys. Gateway in their black jerseys with the champagne gold lettering, or numbers as well, will be going from right to left as this ball past the end line, and it will be a goal kick for McCracken.
Colton Corey on that shot. Wide right. Goal kick.
Colton Corey taking this shot, going wide right. McCracken taking the goal kick. It was Cooper Hayes who has scored both goals for Gateway so far this season, or so far in this match, I should say. It's a good move getting by. Was Gateway, the goalkeeper for the Gators. That's Queter. McCracken has a stop, though, from a PK for Gateway, making the stop to keep this match at 2-0. And that is where we are so far here in the second half. 40-minute halves between both of these sides as that one goes off the feet of a player for West Mifflin, but back from McCracken where he will send it forward. Into the air, fighting for it. Hayes gets the first ball. It was Nick Kasuda who has it now for West Mifflin. Back for 27, that's Jesus Lopez. And then Miller taken away. Back for Gateway. Number 3, Colton Corey. Far side. For Gateway, they cross it in, looking for some help. Goes over, still in the box. Deflects a couple times, and scoring are the Gators. It's number 3, Colton Corey, who scores for Gateway. As that ball landed at his feet, took the shot. Nothing McCracken could do, and it's the Gators up 3-0. Quickly continuing where they left off in this second half. A 3-0 lead for the Gators. Colton Corey, the junior for Gateway, getting the goal. Over to Corey now. Still deflects off a couple players. It's bouncing around, but West Mifflin finally gets to it.
Gateway goal.
Hayes.
Scored by number 3, Colton Corey. Time of the goal, 37:42.
Good move from number 11. That's Strasser. Strasser with a shot. It's collected by McCracken as he had to dive to his left.
McCracken on the save.
McCracken makes a stop. It trickled away, and he was able to get to it first, where he'll send it right back down the pitch, high into the air on the near side. One touch from number 20 for West Mifflin. It was Sean Lydon, and then it goes to the far side for the Titans. Out of play, it'll be a throw-in for West Mifflin. Mentioned it before, Gateway currently in the 3 spot in the section. West Mifflin sits at 4th in the section, but Gateway looking to extend their lead, and they have a big opportunity. Curry sliding in, couple slides, still in the box as it trickled away from McCracken. Good defense by the Titans to stop Gateway, as Gateway had a bit of a breakaway, an on-man rush. It was a great move from number 8, Dietrich Zeisloff, but it's out of play, or correction, it's actually a foul, or offside, I should say. And it will be a goal kick for McCracken. Down the pitch. Bad goal kick as it's out of play. Was looking for Sean Lydon, but could not get it to him. Back for Hayes. Hayes sends it down the pitch, but taken away by the Titans. Fighting for it around the 35-yard line. West Mifflin still with it. That's Martinez Lopes. Back for West Mifflin. They have a lot of pressure on them. Kasuda. Back into the air. 2 players go down, and the foul will be called on West Mifflin. Hayes making sure his opponent's all right. The collision, there was 3 players that went down. Buckleitner was one of them as well for West Mifflin, and too much pushing in the back from a player for the Titans, so it will be a free kick. Mike Lydon. We get called for the foul.
Zeislav on the shot.
Zeislav with the free kick, and potentially could be a shot and will be over the bar, but it's a good field goal. And if we're playing football, nice 30-yard field goal, but instead it's out of play, and it's a goal kick for McCracken. Sent down the pitch, but back for Gateway. Curry. Far side. Headed a couple times. Back to Strasser. In towards the box, off the football goalpost, and it's out of play. Lococo. With the shot. That was Nick Lococo. Lococo. Forward, Zeislav. Looking for his teammate. Deflects off a couple of Titans. Gateway still with it, though. Back towards Zeislav. Garner. 30-yard line. Garner with some room to work with. Bad pass, though, taken away by Lydon. Correction, that was Sean Lydon, but it's still with it for Gateway. Zeislav with a shot. McCracken's there for it.
For the Titans.
McCracken will send it back down. Foul called on Gateway. Free kick for West Mifflin. Edge of the box headed by Hayes. Taken by Strasser. Strasser looking for his teammate. Deflected back, though, by West Mifflin. They'll regroup. Nick Lococo to Strasser. Zeislav. Forward for Curry. Out of play, throw in for West Mifflin. Jesus Lopez will throw it in. Senior defender for West Mifflin. Back to him. Taken away, though, by Zeislav. Good work, good ball for Strasser. 2 players cutting in for West Mifflin, but Strasser still with it on the far side. Flips it into the box, and a save made by McCracken. Nice save off the header from, that was Curry, I believe, taking the header for Gateway. Foul called on Nick Lococo. Free free kick as Nick Lococo. No call. West Mifflin still with it. Edge of the box. That's Leiden fighting for it. Too strong and playing on is Gateway. That one went off the hand, I believe, of 19, Nick Kasuda. Kasuda's been fighting for it, but nothing called. West Mifflin back with it. Lopez flicked forward as Kasuda was off sides. And it will be a goal kick for the Gators. Turning and taking the goal kick, Garner. Zeislov. James Lococo. Good ball down the pitch, but West Mifflin first to get to it. Zeislov. Zeislov with the shot, and it's just off of the bar. I think it skipped off it. Went off the football crossbar as well. Beautiful strike from Zeislov. But it will be a goal kick for West Mifflin. Immediately taken, though, back by Gateway. That's number 22, Keegan Kuiper. Throw in. Strasser. Zeisloft. Strasser. Strasser with a shot, and it's wide.
On that shot. Okay.
Inside the box, Strasser taking his chances. Junior could not put that one on target, though. Will be a goal kick. It's a short goal kick this time for West Mifflin, and I think goal kicks like that are much needed for the Titans. Gateway has really won the ball when it comes to at midfield for most of this match. As Will Hansman, one of the strikers for Gateway, was not able to get that forward, but still Zeisloft with it. Hansman checking in the match, a sophomore for Gateway. Still with it, though, for West Mifflin. They got numbers on the far side. Too strong of a touch, though, from number 9, who kicking himself for that one. Santiago Martinez-Lopes. Gateway with it at midfield. Off a couple players, right back down for the Titans, but Hayes will be the first one to it. Drop it off to Queter. Garner. Zeisloft. Zeisloft, nice move, cuts back. Midfield, 30-yard line. Strasser. Gateway is really working the ball well. Shot taken, but offsides is the call on number 24, Will Hansman. Sophomore had a good go as well. It was right in between the football goalpost and or football crossbar and the soccer crossbar. So good attempt from Hansman, but unfortunately for him, it doesn't matter as he was offsides. Deflects off a couple players. Back for Gateway. Taken away by West Mifflin. They move forward with it. Good move as Hayes gets his ankles broken a couple times. Shot taken. Quieter makes the stop. Another shot. It's off the bar of the football post. It was 19 for West Mifflin. Nick Kasuda had some nice moves, made a nice run. play has stopped momentarily as I believe confusion as to whether the subs would come on or not, and they're not able to. So play resumes. Queter with the goal kick. That was probably West Mifflin's best opportunity of the match so far from Kasuda. There were two players over there for the Titans after the initial shot. Deflected off Queter, and then trailing the play was Kasuda. Thrown into the box, but nobody touches that one, and it'll be a goal kick. Now we will have some substitutes for Gateway. Couple players coming in. Number 4 for the Gators, Aiden Kohlberg checks back in. I believe number 12 also in for Gateway. No, correction, number 10. That's Blake Marsh. Forward for Gateway. Garner over to an offside player. Definitely offside was player for Gateway.
Offside.
So free kick for West Mifflin. That was Jacob Davey, by the way, who was offside for Gateway. Davey was making a run and then thought that ball was going to go to him on the far side, but it was stopped beforehand by a Gateway player. And because of that, he was offside as he made too strong of a run. Garner with it, though, for the Gators. Hayes, that one slips off his feet. Bench having a little laugh with him and no real pressure, and it just kind of only went a couple feet forward. Queter collects it. James Lococo. Garner. Zeitzloff. Back to Kohlberg. Kohlberg near side, 20-yard line. Sends it in. Gateway right, or excuse me, West Mifflin right back out. But back to Gateway. Garner. Kohlberg, excuse me. Garner. Far side, headed. Good D from West Mifflin.
Nice defensive play by the Titans.
Back into the box. McCracken will collect it, though. They were looking for Blake Marsh, who just checked into the match. McCracken was there first. West Mifflin with it. Back for number 1, Dylan Coons. Zeitzloff to Garner. Taken away, bad pass. Drive taken, and it's too high.
Shot by the Titans.
By the Titans.
Goal kick.
Will be a goal kick for Jack Queter. Garner with it after the goal kick. It was a short goal kick. They crossed midfield. Zeitzloff looking for his players to make a run. That's exactly what they're going to do. Deflects off one player for West Mifflin and forward by the Titans. Bad touch, Garner. Still with it is Gateway, excuse me. Good run. Through ball for Gateway. Shot taken, and it goes wide from number 9, Jacob Davey. Davey's kicking himself for that one, but Gateway continues to have good opportunities here in this second half. They scored 1 goal from number 3, Colton Corey, who scored the 3rd goal of the match. Only a few minutes into the second half. And that is what it has been so far. About 20 minutes remaining here in the match. Once again, thank you for tuning in here on the NFHS Network. Gateway High School, Auntie Marino Stadium in Rowville, Pennsylvania. Not too far, just outside of Pittsburgh. Pretty much is Pittsburgh, if you want to get technical about it. Zeitzloff, taken though by number 27 for West Mifflin, Jesus Lopez. And Lopez will fight for it, and he will have it. Lopez forward, and a miscue from West Mifflin as nobody was making a run, and it was actually player for West Mifflin, Aiden Marks, who went forward instead, or went backwards, I should say, instead of going forward, thinking the ball was going to go at his feet. But instead, it's Gateway, and they're offsides for number 10, Blake Marsh. Marsh thought he had timed it perfectly, but officials saying otherwise. Throw in for the Gators. Marsh back out of play, though. Substitute for West Mifflin. Nick Miller will check back in. They'll throw it right back to him. Miller on the far side. Off a couple players. Another throw in for West Mifflin, right near their bench. Trying to get to a good shielding from Gateway.
Goal kick.
Believe that was James Lococo on the defense for Gateway. Goal kick taken quickly. Garner forward. Looking for his teammate. Good ball for Gateway, and they maintain it. Marsh back over to Strasser, and Strasser gets it taken away by West Mifflin. Titans forward. Oh, they're trying to get it to a teammate just out of the reach is Garner in front of it. Good give and go. Zeitzloff. Zeitzloff's got some numbers. He's got a player there as well. Strasser on sides.
McCracken.
But McCracken gets there first.
For the Titans.
McCracken asking if Strasser's all right. He's got there first. I think he got a piece of him as well, so hence the reason for asking. Out of the reach for West Mifflin. Over towards the flag. Trying to turn, not able to. Gateway with it. Into the box. Looking for a player. They got one there, and it's headed forward. And scoring is number 4, Aiden Kohlberg. Beautiful cross in. They were looking for Kohlberg right on the far post. He was right there for it. Puts the header home, and Gateway up 4-0 in the match. $17 minutes remaining in the second half. 4-0 from the likes of Aiden Kohlberg, the senior midfielder for Gateway. This cue for West Mifflin.
Gateway goal scored by number 4, Aiden Kohlberg. On the goal, 17-15. Kohlberg from Davey.
It was assisted by Davey, by the way, who had a nice play over there by the flags. Had the defender on him, trying to shield him away from it, and he actually got to it, was able to get around Mike Lydon. It will be a corner kick for West Mifflin. The ball goes past the end line. Aiden Marks
Corner kick.
Junior will take the corner kick. Marks into the box. Headed by Hayes. And Gateway, they're trying to get it towards player. That would be Strasser, who was on sides but unable to get it to him. Several subs coming in for both sides. See what the numbers are. Trying to make out here from West Mifflin. It's touched by Kohlberg. Ethan Buckleitner comes back in for West Mifflin. Out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Keegan Kuiper also back in for the Gators. Far side, over the head. The flex off Marsh, or excuse me, Davey. It's out of play, and it will be a goal kick. Goal kick for McCracken. 14 minutes remaining. Another sub checks in as well for Gateway. Colton Corey checks back in. Blake Marsh forward. We're looking for either Corey or Kohlberg. Couldn't get it to them. Out of play will be a throw-in. Fighting for it are the Gators. Edge of the box, cuts back in, Curry goes down, no call, good defense. Over number 3 for West Mifflin, that's Lucas Tatters. Tatters, a freshman for West Mifflin, getting some playing time as well. Number 6, Ben Van Kirk, also in for the Titans, a sophomore. As the through ball is nowhere to a Gator, so it's collected by McCracken. One drops right to number 2 for Gateway. Out of play.
Corner kick.
That was Danny Cotalupi, by the way, who it went to. So a corner kick for Gateway.
Kohlberg on the kick.
Kohlberg will take the corner. It's just easily touched over to Marsh. Back to Nick Lococo in the box, and a save made. Beautiful save from McCracken. Flynn McCracken has had his work cut out tonight, and he's had some bright spots for the keeper for the Titans. Makes a nice save and forces a corner kick again
Corner kick.
for Gateway. Corner kick this time on the far side for Gateway. Into the box, headed, but out of play for
Another corner kick.
Gateway. Went off of a Titan, so it's another corner kick. Into the box. Back for West Mifflin. They'll look to counter. We've got some numbers forward. Out of the reach, though, for the Gateway Gator, or for the Titans, I should say. Titans have struggled with the long passes, especially in the offensive area, offensive side of the pitch so far this evening. 11.5 remaining here on the NFHS Network. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Beautiful Monday evening, Monday night for soccer. Temperatures around 70 degrees. at game time. Only dropped a little bit in the 60s still, but a little bit of a breeze going towards the right side to the backs of the West Mifflin Titans, who, unless they can mount a comeback here, will drop another match
on that shot.
in section
Saved by
play.
McCracken.
They've had a handful of them so far, I believe 3 straight to be specific. Correction, 2 straight in section play. Danger of falling down the standings as well. Back for Gateway. Shot taken off McCracken, still in play. McCracken collects it though. Kohlberg was the one who took the shot for Gateway, excuse me. Back for West Mifflin. Turning and fighting for it was 25, Nick Lococo. And number 3, Lucas Tatters. Good ball to Nick Lococo. Crosses midfield, looking for the far side. Player for West Mifflin was there. It's 14, Mike Lyden to be specific, but Gateway with it back. It goes off Lyden and still with it are the Gators sliding in. That one goes out of play. Yes, it does. It'll be a goal kick. Colton Curry was looking, try and get around the back line, could not. And it will be a goal kick, under 10 here in the second half. Several players have checked in for the Titans. They're emptying their bench as that one gets deflected wide. Titans with it still, though. Far side, Tatters. Drops it back off to Coons. Taken away, though, by Gateway. Back for Gateway. Turning. Forward. Right back, though, from West Mifflin. Touch once by the Titans. Looking for the give and go down the pitch. Trying to get to it are a couple players for West Mifflin. The first one to get to it, though, are the Gators. Over for West Mifflin. That's 29. Isaac Ballard goes out of play. A throw in for the Titans. Jeremy Sakunis also in for West Mifflin. They were looking for the ball to him as well. Free kick on the foul from Gateway. Blake Marsh called for the foul. Into the box. Nobody home as no one made a run after the kick was taken.
Jack Creeder for the Gators.
So Creeder collected it easily, and Garner almost gave it up. Sakunis was going for it, and he gets there now for the Titans. Out of the reach, though, of any help off Coons. Ballard fighting with it, but taken by Marsh. Marsh cuts forward. Flicked back by number 12 for West Mifflin. Deflected forward. Off Maxwell again. Near side, Tatters. That's tough for Tatters, not able to get to that one. Substitution for Gateway. Nick Lococo will check out. We'll have 16. Peter Reynolds, who will check in. Reynolds, a freshman for Gateway, and he got the ball back to him as it's out of play. Another throw in. Brittany Stiles making a lot of substitutions last couple minutes. 4-0 is the score as West Mifflin trailing to Gateway late in this match. Hayes, Curry, and Kohlberg have all scored for Gateway. Thrown in. Zeisloft. Back to number 11, Strasser. Over for 22, Kuiper. Zeisloft. Stops, turns, drops it off. That's to 17, Zach Mashanko. Gateway still with it, but taken away. Good play from 32. That's Jeremy Sakunis. Gateway with it. They're going to fight for it over on the far side, and a foul will be called on number 4 for West Mifflin. Towards the box and towards the far side, but it goes out of play. Will be a goal kick for the Titans.
Goal kick.
That's Grant Price in the match for West Mifflin, midfielder, a freshman for the Titans. In play, Sakunis gets a touch on it, midfield, taken by the Gators though. Back for Creeder. Touched over to number 17, Mashanko. Flicked forward. Lopez. Back for Zeisloft. Move from Zeisloft. Looking for a teammate. And offsides, though, is the call on the Gators. Colton Corey.
Offside.
Not able to get to it. Doesn't matter, though. He's offsides. Final 3.5 here in Gateway High School, Auntie Marino Stadium. Gateway, after falling to Plum in their last match, have gotten themselves back into it as that one goes out of play from number 31, Patrick Bennett from West Mifflin, and it will be thrown in from Gateway. Good ball over to number 3. Towards the edge of the box for Gateway. Still with it, taking a shot. Doesn't get much on it, though. That was Jacob Davey who couldn't get anything on it. Zeisloft over towards McCracken, but trails away from the goal. It'll be a goal kick. 2.5 remaining. 2.5 remaining in the match. Forward for Gateway. The Gators moving forward with it. Flick down the pitch from number 2, Danny Cotalupi. Nothing doing, though, for Gateway. West Mifflin will take on Penn Hills in their next match. They defeated the Indians already 3-0 this season. They'll be at Penn Hills on Wednesday. Final 90 seconds of play. West Mifflin, one push forward. Clearly offside, though, is going to be 31. He was trying to get it right at midfield and was trying to hold on. Was Patrick Bennett, but unable to. Offsides is the call.
1 minute left of the game. 1 minute.
Gateway will be taking on Woodland Hills in a non-conference match on Wednesday. They'll be back in conference play against Franklin Regional, Greensburg-Salem, and then Plum as well. Final match of the year, at least according to Max Preps on the scheduling for Gateway, will be against Plum. That'll be a good match for the Gators, who are looking to get themselves into the WPIAL playoffs. Sitting right in the 3rd spot in the standings. West Mifflin, of course, also on the outside looking in right now, or at least about mid-pack. Taken by Brady Maxwell. It's forward, and that will be all she wrote. Big swing from the Gators. McCracken will collect it. Real quick, want to give McCracken a lot of praise for what he's done. Tough night for him, but he had some bright spots. Tough night for West Mifflin, but a beautiful night for the Gators, who have done what they were looking for after falling in their last match. They win 4-0 against the West Mifflin Titans. It was goals from Hayes, the first 2 goals coming from Hayes. Corey was the 3rd goal, and then the 4th by Aiden Kohlberg. And that was the difference in this match. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in here on the NFHS Network. For our entire broadcasting crew, our producer Adam Gusky, our director Lee Schaefer III, and our camera operators Lee Schaefer Jr. and Renee Schaefer, I'm Spencer Witt saying so long, and thank you for tuning in here on Monroeville, PA, and Gateway High School. Final score once again, the Gateway Gators win 4-0 here on the NFHS Network. Good night, everybody.